Hey everyone, and welcome to the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Instant Review. What you're about to see is me and Justin's thoughts immediately before the movie and right after the movie, our theories on what the movie could be, and our conclusions on what it ended up becoming. So obviously there is a spoiler warning, so please be aware of that, and of course this is very detailed, so if you're not a true nerd, you might not like it, but here we go anyways. Enjoy. Having not seen the movie yet, what do you think it's going to be? A few years ago, you thought it was going to be the best movie Marvel's ever made. Still stick to that statement?
I have to see it first. I'm guessing it's going to be good, but not as good as the first one because the first one is perfect.
Right, and it's also
Marvel.
original. So.
Yeah. But we'll see. It is Marvel. I'm sure it's going to be good.
And we are on the way to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Team Star-Lord and
Team Drax.
Team Drax and Team Groot. They don't have
The girl sits behind me loved my shirt.
The difficult part about this is the fact that they're all on the same team. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's
they
not
don't
really-
actually have any
So
real
there's no
teams.
teams and we're not against each other.
Unless your team.
Like last time. But last time was more fun because we
Is
were
there even a
against
villain in
each
this movie? I don't know from the trailer.
It's the yellow
It's a big
gold
monster.
lady. I don't know what that means.
The yellow gold. Okay.
The gold lady. Did you see that?
Trump likes gold stuff. Okay, yeah, she's a horrible. I haven't seen that. Terrible person, and yeah. So if you were team her, whatever her name is, you'd be our enemy. Here.
Yeah, I've seen very little of any bad guy, but from one gathering, some race of aliens that they're all like they look like they're coated in gold, and I don't really know what their problem is. That's all I could
They
gather.
look
from
like
the
they're
commercials.
actors painted in gold.
It's all it is. Other than that one alien we see at the very beginning that looks like a slug, which I anticipate will be one of those standard
Monster.
openings. They'll defeat it and feel better.
I think it's in the beginning.
Oh yeah, no, I guarantee you that's in the beginning, and they're like, "Woo, that was a good mission." You know, like they'll probably cut to the middle of the action at the beginning and show that.
Really?
That's what I'm telling you. I'm predicting right now. That's how it begins.
Okay, I was thinking that was at the end, but okay.
They wouldn't show the end, Dylan.
Okay.
As
He's
it is,
predicting it.
I know some things about the end I probably shouldn't have, but I won't tell
Don't
you.
tell me.
You know
And,
spoilers. Okay.
I don't even know if it's spoiled, but we'll talk about it
Oh
afterwards.
no, you already told. No, you already told me because it was in the trailer.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't in the trailer.
His dad.
It wasn't. Oh, everyone knows about
Everybody
his
knows
dad.
his dad is
I
Kurt
didn't
Russell.
watch
Yeah,
the
his dad's
trailers.
supposed to be a planet from the
Okay,
comics.
Everybody.
The only thing I watched was a little Groot.
But
That's
he's
it.
a man in this movie, and he's supposed to be a planet in the comics.
A planet.
He's a planet?
Yeah, in the comics. It's
Oh.
the ego.
Of course.
It's called ego or something like that.
I actually thought that was a big plot point. They could have saved that for the movie.
What? Him being his dad?
Yeah.
It is, but he was confirmed as the actor, so that kind of ruined the whole thing.
Well, I know, but I wanted him to turn around and say, "I am your father."
But he didn't say it in the trailer.
No, I'm just saying. I wish he would say that. You know.
Maybe he does. We'll see.
Because he's like, "Dad, doo-doo," you know. So, anyways, what's your overall preemptive analysis of the movie? What are you expecting from it?
I'm expecting it to be amazing because it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Do you think it? How can they possibly take a step up from what they've already established?
I don't think they could be better than the first one just because the first one is so perfect. But they could maybe get close to being equally good, but I don't think it could be better.
What was so perfect about the first one?
Because it was the first movie from like the Marvel series that wasn't really a superhero movie. It was about the team of guys who came together and didn't seem to match up to be like, you wouldn't think they'd all fight on the same team.
Yeah, they figured it out.
And it was funny, but not too funny.
Like I know that the
Chris Pratt.
apprentice to Ronan is gonna be in it. That blue robot lady, the Ronan's daughter or wife.
Oh,
or-
Thanos' daughter, yeah. She's
Is it Thanos' daughter?
well, not actually his daughter, but he stole her and Gamora from wherever, and then
Oh,
yeah,
I wasn't sure if she's gonna be on the good side now or what, but she's definitely
he
gonna
can't
be
be
in
on
it.
the good side. She's a bad guy.
And it's cool Hondo's in it. I really liked Hondo's character.
Oh, the blue guy.
Yeah, the blue guy with the spike head. He was a good character.
Yeah, he's good.
I don't think the collector's gonna be in it though. Actually,
Who? Oh,
The
the guy.
Collector.
Oh, he's in Thor though. The new Ragnarok.
is he?
He's in the trailer for it.
But you know who's not gonna be in this movie? It's Thanos.
No, I don't. Maybe at the end credit scene though.
I'm almost certain he won't be in it. I heard there's 5 end credit scenes in this movie.
5?
5. Which I don't think is actually, it's not too much of a shocker because what they're probably going to do is show one, show credits for a second, and then, show you another thing. I don't think, they're just going to split up the
To
last
keep the
scene into
credits
5
entertaining.
parts. Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
used to just the one scene at the very, very end.
And the last end scene, I wonder what it's going to be because it's going to be at least 6 years, I'm guessing, until the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
It has to be about Infinity Wars, I would guess.
Probably because as we all know, they're going to be
That's
in
the next
Infinity
big
War.
movie.
They're going to be in it.
Besides Spider-Man. Yeah, they're going to be in it.
Which, the reason why they need to split Infinity War into 2 parts is because there's about 5,000 Marvel characters, and they'll spend 1 minute on each character for 2 movies. That's how many characters there are.
But
Kind of weird.
they renamed it from Part 1 and Part 2 to something else because there's Infinity Wars and then there's another movie called something else.
Yeah, I was actually
Originally
surprised
there.
about that because I can
I
guarantee
thought
you.
Part 1 and Part 2 was cool because it made you know that it was 2 parts to the movie.
Yeah, because right now I guarantee you the first part they'll spend 90% of the movie just trying to get the team back together because Iron Man's still mad, and at the very end they're like, there'll be some, Thanos will probably show up, and then they'll have some, round 1 attack, and they're like, then Captain America will show up at the last second and say, fine, I'll work together with you, and then, well, the next problem awaits in the next movie, da da da, and then that'll be the next movie.
Yeah.
And then they'll just basically fight for 2 hours. I'm kind of hoping it'll be like the comics where they all die,
You know what it's gonna
and
be?
then they come back.
Well, I don't want them to... It's going to be huge, yes. And see, I like Guardians of the Galaxy better than superhero movies because superhero movies, it's hard to keep making movies where you have a bunch of people who can't die fighting this big villain.
Yeah. I mean,
thought Civil War was okay, but
I actually really liked Civil War.
Civil War was better than Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron was
Age of Ultron was horrible.
good, but I didn't like it that much.
It was horrible because it was a standard villain movie.
It was generic and it was... like Iron Man 1 was good. Iron Man 2 is exactly the same thing as Iron Man 1, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then Iron Man 3 is kind of...
Iron Man was sad, especially at the end when he said, "I'm never going to use a suit again." Next movie, there's the suit.
Yeah, there's a suit. Where's my super suit? No. Yeah.
Where's
problem-
my super suit?
the problem is their
I
commitments.
need to know.
But Guardians of the Galaxy is totally different.
Very
because it's not so much of a bunch of superheroes fighting some huge villain that nobody can beat. It's just...
We just finished singing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Drax is the best.
You think so?
He was the best part of the movie.
On a scale of all the movies, where does this go?
Of Marvel movies?
Every movie they've ever made.
Marvel or any movie ever.
Okay, any superhero movie like in the last 10 years or so.
Well, the number 1 spot is Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I would give this...
3 behind Civil War.
Yeah, probably.
So I was thinking. I liked it, but I had more of a connection going into Civil War, so that's why I cared more about the characters, so I had
This
more of a
one
connection.
Wasn't as good as the first one just because the first one introduced them and was like brand new. This was very similar to the first one. It was different enough to be good, but it wasn't as new and exciting as the first one.
Yeah, I actually still found that this one was good enough.
It was great.
Because
It's still better than most of the other Marvel movies.
yeah, because we barely knew anything about all the characters. Really, there was no backstory, so we got a lot of great backstory here. But yeah, I definitely liked. There was a lot of action, but I didn't think it was. I didn't think any of it looked really that fake. It looked very good and it seemed appropriate because sometimes there's those movies where it's like 90% shooting. Even though there was a lot, it seemed like it made sense. It was well directed.
Pacing was good.
What did you think of Yondu's death?
It was really sad. I really started to like Yondu towards the end there.
And I really didn't make the connection of him as a father figure really until at the end. But it was really cool how he turned and helped them.
Yeah.
And then, although
I don't know if he
saw,
was really a father figure, but he was the closest thing.
Yeah.
Star-Lord had.
I saw Ego, that they would have to turn on Ego. I saw that from like day one. I knew the second they introduced that character and everything was going right, I thought, no, it won't. I
He
guarantee.
seemed cool at first, but then
I didn't know what it was, but I just knew at the end of the movie he was gonna die. That's all I could
wipe
do.
everybody out. Make all the planets his own.
But this means
That over.
that with this, like, if Star-Lord had kept his power, he would have been the most powerful Marvel character and would have been the only one to legitimately
Besides
take
Ego.
on Thanos. Well, Ego.
Wait, he can't have his power without ego.
Oh, is that how it works? I wasn't
It's
sure.
Ego's planet that gave him the power.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if he had the power additionally or he was channeling it from Ego.
No, Ego said as long as there was light in the planet, that he would have his power too.
Oh.
So when he blew up the planet, which was Ego, he lost his power.
Now let's look forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It'll obviously be after Avengers.
We don't even know what's going to happen.
I
in
know,
this.
and this is going to be way after Avengers. I anticipate many of the major characters in Avengers will die. So, do you think there will be almost any connection from Avengers 2 to 3, or it'd be pretty much an isolated adventure?
Oh, it's definitely going to be connected. Avengers 2 is going to be... Well, Avengers 2 would be...
I mean,
Age of
4.
Ultron or Civil War? Or...
I keep calling it 2, but I'm sorry.
one are we talking about?
I mean part 2. So 4. Avengers 4. That's
So
what I mean.
after Infinity Wars.
Yeah, 3 and 4. Yeah. because they're not going to make this movie until the next
I think
phase.
they're both going to be connected. They're going to leave us at a big cliffhanger where we think a bunch of people are dead, and they're going to pick it up in the second one.
You mean Avengers 4?
Well, yeah, in Infinity Wars, we're going to have.
Oh, that's right.
And then the second part of it, which isn't part 2, but whatever they're calling it,
Oh, okay.
we're going to have that resolved. And Thanos
But
is
so,
gonna die.
yeah, he's definitely. It's so obvious. He's the most predictable death of all time.
But once they do that, what else do they have to make movies about?
Well, they did say that they're not going to make Chris Evans be Captain America anymore. They're going to get a new guy, but they do plan to make Captain America 4, but it's not going to be Chris Evans
Why not him?
because he's getting too old. They want a young, fresh guy. He's supposed to be like the man. So,
Yeah, but they already have 3 movies, more than 3 movies of him playing Captain America. If they're going to
well, if it gets you some cash, keep going, you know? What's your official Baby Groot review?
It was Super Groot.
Was it more baby than you
Oh,
expected?
this looks terrible.
It
looks horrible.
they had
But they're cool.
they had him
Taking too long.
they had him in many scenes alone where he was just adorably cute.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really good. And then of course they had a lot
They
of
overplayed
sad
it too
scenes.
much.
I mean,
They
what's-
overplayed it too much.
I liked it.
I liked it, but it was overplayed.
When-
It was.
They almost overplayed Drax too, but I loved it because Drax is great.
He kept laughing constantly.
Yes!
So
You
embarrassed.
must be so embarrassed. That was the best part. So when they smashed Star Lord's cassette player, I was so mad at that
Yeah.
guy. He wasn't that Jeff Bridges?
No.
It looked a lot.
It's Kurt Russell
I
from
thought it sounded
Overboard.
Different.
From Overboard.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
Wow, man, he looked so different. But he looked a lot like Jeff Bridges.
I thought it was a very good and interesting movie. Becky, you were saying something earlier. How good was it?
I thought it was really cute. I thought that Groot was cute. He was a cute Groot, and I thought that Drax was funny, especially when he laughs, which is for a lot of the movie.
If you couldn't tell from the commercial.
Yeah, no, that was really good. And at parts it was sad, but good. So
What part was sad? Just kidding.
Oh,
he smashed
the sad part was when the movie ended.